round back fully and completely.
Yeah.
So
And that's exactly what I was saying about early, you know, you see Nikali and Balrog as two characters. They are similar in that, you know, they're not going to, players tend not to V reversal too much because they want to hoard that V trigger. Because that is the biggest game changer for both of them. I mean, Nikali going into popping V trigger, getting all those plus frames just in his general play style, and then Balrog gets one crouching medium kick target combo into that. I mean, it's you have to eat. It's high lower throw. All right, so we got Valiant versus Punk. Punk's gonna stick with Chun-Li. Okay,
I like that.
That's very interesting. And yeah, using those heavies, like we're saying, it's a great way to maintain ground, recede back into her standing position, like you say. Like she just extends a little bit, then goes back to neutral.
Yeah, he's basically taking 40%, which is stand fierce.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. Just keep you at bay. Yeah. That's all you need to do.
We're gonna have to see Valiant. You're gonna have to check these one way or another.
Nice, nice. Another heavy. But still, just maintain it. That's like 80% life with just standing heavies.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a really strong button. It does have, you know, quite a bit of startup, so you do have to do something about it. One of the ways to beat Chun-Li is to make her feel like that range is not as big as it is.
Oh, nice, nice. Catches Bison on the dash forward.
Oh boy, is that enough?
Oh my god, all that.
What is
all
that damage?
Valiant.
What was that damage?
Stealing it.
Oh, what? Just raw legs? Raw EX legs in neutral. All right.
I mean, it's funny because, like, the offense, that's the thing. Like, on the offensive side, I feel like Punk did all the work. On the defensive side, Valiant did all the work. But you see that shift.
Yeah.
That shift, man, it can go either way. Yeah.
Good jump back jab. One of Bison doesn't really have that strong of anti-airs, so jump back jab is one of his better options.
Yeah, you know, yeah. Similarly to what we were saying earlier about Karen, Bison, you know, at that cross-up range, the anti-airs aren't that good.
No. Oh, neutral jump, heavy punch.
And with a, V-trigger cancel, maybe a lot. Yeah, use all your resources, going to take it. Valiant takes that round at the end there, it takes it swiftly.
Yeah.
It took a second to get there. He only had about like maybe 10%, maybe even 5% life left.
But pretty much took both games in the same way. Got duffed in the mouth 100 times, and then inched it out at the last second. And he's going to keep
stick
going.
it out. Stick it out.
I respect it.
That's all right, man. You got to work on these characters. You want to take them. You know, there's so many events in a year. You know, this is not, for all intents and purposes, this is not a major. It's not. I mean, it's a very, although it's a big event, and you know you want to win it. You know, CPT events, they're like all the time, right? So take your characters to as many of these tournaments, and you got to work on them, man. You got to take them to. Yeah, like Dangadillas.
I'm mostly joking, but at the same time, you do have to put your character in this situation because you're going to get your characters in this situation at one point. You're going to be down
at one point or another.
Even if you started playing this character for 6 months now, you're going to be down a game at one point. It's going to happen. You
know how long it's taken Commander Jesse to get convinced to actually bring his Mika out at Wednesday Night Fights?
Oh, God, I can't imagine.
Just like, you know, you got the character, you got to work on her.
Yeah.
Wow,
EX
nice.
SBK, such a risk. But he has to, it's the first time we've seen it, so not a bad idea.
Yeah, and honestly, Valiant really should have had the awareness of the meter, knowing that Punk hadn't represented it, but really, like, what else can Chun-Li do?
At that moment?
At that moment, you know? That's...
Oh, boy.
Wow. Wow.
Damage.
So much damage. Bison gets a lot. Meaty fireball, tries to jump out, tries to head stomp out, in fact. Okay, tries to anti-air with the back roundhouse. Tick throw, Valiant in the corner, just jumps out. Just jump out, no gimmicks. Oh no, the tag it.
Oh boy, all right, this could be close. Oh,
yeah, I get throw baited.
All right, now with that full stick, it takes one hit.
That's it. But Valiant, you saw what he was looking for, right? He started going for the sweep into a V-trigger slide, a V-trigger cancel, but Punk had the wherewithal, backdash, back up, fierce, and have the super buffered.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that's like, Bisons have gotten a lot more calmer, or not calmer, more reckless with the slide now that you have V-trigger, because you can pretty much make it safe, and it's got a very long range. It's very hard to pretty much get punished for it, but that range that Punk stood at was so good, using Chun-Li's fantastic move speed to its advantage.
And that's sort of, you know, it sucks for the Bison player because it's honestly not that fast. So at full screen, it's totally reactable.
Yeah.
Maybe in the mid screen though, I mean, you'll never get stunned.
Good spacing there, right on the knuckles.
The reversal, but Punk's still in the corner. See, and that's what we're talking about, backing up, trying to maintain some of that space, recognizing that Chun, you know, she can bounce off the wall. You don't want to get crossed up in that situation. So Valiant was really trying to like just back up, give Punk his space, and just command that corner. And now he can, you know, try to play the offensive, but then Punk gets out with an EX lightning legs and the standing medium kick.
And even though Punk was spending all of his V trigger on V reversals, he wasn't able to get out of that corner. It's unfortunate due to Chun-Li's inability to, you know, knock down with the V reversal.
Nice, good confirmation off that crouching medium kick. Another, two low shorts into EX legs.
Nice, good spacing there.
Good shimmy. Now Punk is on match point.
Yeah, this has been a good, although the first game kind of didn't feel like Valiant really had anything. Stole 2 rounds. Now Punk playing real dominant after 2 games in a row. Still sticking with his Chun-Li, even though he was on loser game.
And here just played the same game as he was the very start of the very first round. You know, like, good anti-air, nice.
Not that often that we get to see Devil's reverse anti-air. It's so tricky.
Yeah, it feels like it was only a couple weeks ago that was sort of the flavor of the month. Everybody was looking up tech. Everyone was, you know, complaining about it until it got exposed.
I like that V-trigger there. It basically gives him the ability to step back and reset the bar, or the stun bar, but that's not going to matter. Punk takes it after some really strong change. And... all right, and a little bit too much of aggression from. I
think someone kicked the plug.
Kicked the power cord
on the PlayStation.
So no more Street Fighter V sounds. You're just gonna have to hear our sultry voices for a moment.
That's it.
Oh no, we got it back.
Oh, it was just okay. They just kicked it from the monitor.
The HDI cable.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.